All right, first up on the list, we have Jim Thorpe. He looks good. Jim won gold medals in both the pentathlon and the decathlon. He's pretty talented. This is in the 1912 Olympics too, back before they're like realized, anything was good for your body. So this guy was just a raw, natural athlete, but he was disqualified because he played professional sports. Yeah, you can't do both, so I don't know how that works. That's pretty wild too. It's like you're the best basketball player in the world and you're like, oh, I'm playing for the Little League. They're like, nah, it's conflict of interest, sorry. It's like, well, how else am I gonna learn how to dunk? How else do I learn how to shoot hoop? I don't know. So Jim won gold medals in the pentathlon and the decathlon in 1912 in the Olympics, but then he was disqualified because he played professional sports as well. Conflict of interest. If you want to get good at something, just only get good at it in this area, not over there. You can't be too sick or else they're like, listen dude, you're unstoppable. We have to assassinate you. Or just take away your medals. Where do they put these medals? They're like, yeah, give me them. And they just like toss them into the ocean, like that chick from Titanic who threw away something that could have paid for her entire family's life and fortune. Welcome back to Vibe, guys. I'm your host, Taylor McWaters, and since the Olympics are hot and trending, skateboarding is now in the Olympics. You can pop shove it your way to a silver medal. It's amazing, but sometimes those medals get taken away. So now we're gonna react today to some Olympians who had their medals taken. Sad stuff, but it happens. Let's talk about it. Edgar Johansen. He looks like a boxer. Yep, how do we know? Gloves tipped him off. He competed in the 1952 Olympics in boxing, but he was disqualified in the gold medal round because he was too defensive. They're like, hey man, can you stop blocking those punches to your neck? We really want to get some action going. Get those 1950 reviews up. I mean, yeah, isn't that the whole, I don't understand. Like, there's obviously like certain laws or whatever, but like, I gotta look this stuff up. 1952, he was disqualified because he was too defensive. That's just like, it makes no fucking sense to me. It makes no sense. They're like, hey, if you want to win a gold medal, just like get punched in the face 9 times and then hit him back. We love a comeback story. Next up, we have Gennaro Lindwall. So this guy competed in the 1968 Olympics and he got his entire pentathlon team disqualified because he decided he wanted a crispy Heineken before the match to, calm the nerves. You can't have any beer, any alcohol, and because of that, they're like, you know what? You had a Corona, so now all those things that you just did, those miles of running and jumping over hurdles, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. We're just gonna pretend like you're not a gazelle and can jump over things. That's crazy. Next up, we have Dongfang Xiao. She was disqualified from the Olympics because she was 14. I don't know if she had a fake ID when she came in, but that makes no sense. They're like, hey, that's really impressive. And you're only 14? Wow. Nah, you're only 14. We weren't actually being serious. Get out of here. That's impressive. When I was 14, I'm pretty sure I got like a Guitar Hero. That was my first actual skill where I was like, oh, I think I can learn stuff. I was 14. I'm like, oh, I can play Woman on hard? This is crazy. Coming up next, we have Demont. Demont is a swimmer who got ejected, I was gonna say. They're like, yeah. So he was a swimmer who got disqualified from the 1972 games for using asthma medication. They're like, hey, we hear you're breathing and wheezing while you're trying to swim underwater, a place where there's no air. But if you have asthma, you can't use that medicine. That's maybe asthma medication turns you into like Bucky Barnes all of a sudden. And like you take it and then you're like, oh, I can swim and kill it. Obviously not the case here. I think they're just trying to get strict and get rid of this guy. He's probably too good. He's probably kicking everyone's ass. And they're like, you know what? You have a puffer? You're out of here. Hey, we found holes in your bag. Get him out of here. Yeah, this swimmer was disqualified because he had goggles and it was cheating. And he actually swam in other pools, so we actually disqualified him from swimming in this pool. You can only swim in one sort of pool. Thanks for watching Vibe. I've been your host, Taylor McWaters. Join us next time for people losing their medals for stupid reasons or dumb tweets in history. Whatever the case is, you know why you come here. Hit that like button. Until next time, bye.